Two rings represent Toby Chandler's foundation and career. Dreams of earning the first, the Aggie one, came from his youth in thrall.
I had at that time ideas of a military career. So of course I wanted to go to A&M.
He started there in 1950 at the age of 16, spending 2 years in the Corps before leaving it to concentrate on academics. He graduated with the class of '55.
I got the basics of inner discipline and an attitude of preparation, which is so important to young people.
After graduating, Chandler spent 4 years in the Army. He had looked maybe at going into the intelligence field, but decided that there wasn't too much upward mobility in that. Unemployed, he looked at a number of different options and took the first one that came to him, the Secret Service.
So I accepted them without fully knowing what they did. But I needed a job and needed an income.
First post, Los Angeles, 1959, earning some $4,000 a year to investigate forgeries, thefts, counterfeiting, and various threats. But with a new president came the chance to move to the president's detail. Chandler made the cut.
Is that a shock to the system?
To mine or to theirs? Probably more to theirs than mine. In the early days, the detail was not unlike your freshman year at A&M, where your senior people are ordering you around and judging you at all times.
Chandler says Kennedy made it a point to know each agent.
To the extent that it was practical and possible, he virtually included us in his family.
Families give gifts, and Kennedy's sent a steel engraving of the White House Christmas card addressed to Chandler's son when he was born. There were motivational moments, like when the president knelt down with White House gardeners in the dirt, trying to right the soil for flowers for the First Lady.
And talked to them about the roses and the fact that Ms. Kennedy wanted roses and that he was depending on these gardeners to produce roses to get him off the hook.
Chandler had to tell Donna Douglas, that's Ellie Mae Clampett from the Beverly Hillbillies, that she couldn't give JFK a very public kiss.
Then can I keep him?
He had to clear a mass of Boys Nation teens that Kennedy had invited past the ropes to come up to him. A young Bill Clinton was in that crowd. In the wake of the Bay of Pigs, the president was set to make a visit to Miami to speak to survivors of the invasion. Chandler headed up the advance team to set up security. Kennedy asked the agent to call him personally for an update.
Told him what I had been doing in my assessment of these various Cuban leaders, and that I thought that it would be all right.
While the moments were few because his job was so intense, there, of course, was the inevitable thought that any reasonable small-town kid would have in his position.
How did I go from Thrall, Texas, and suddenly to Texas A&M, and then a junior second lieutenant, and then here I am at the White House?